So if you remember, I picked this pot up a couple of weeks ago from the thrift store, and it has like an African scene painted on the outside of it. We've got some trees, some giraffes, some elephants, rhinoceros. It's all very faint. Now, what I liked about this pot was the shape of it. I just knew it was going to be perfect for my dining table. The first thing I'm going to do is take this string and I'm going to put it around at intervals and build up. I might have to wrap around a couple of times, but I'm going to hot glue this string on just to build up a little ridge that I can adhere this spackle to, and hopefully we can recreate the same texture as that one pot in Pottery Barn. So let's give this a go. So I'm doing 3 complete circles of the string. The first 2 I lay the string right next to each other, and then the third one I do a line of glue right on top of them, and I'm laying that third line of string right on top just to build some height. So I'm just going to continue this down the rest of the vase now. Okay, this is the spackle I bought from Home Depot. It cost me $10. Now in America it's called spackle, and in England we call it polyfiller, which I think is the brand name, but it's like Hoover and all those kind of things. We do like to call it polyfiller. So get yourself a tub of this and let's get to spackling. Now you can see all the loose fibers off of the string. I'm not going to trim any of this back. This is all just going to add to the texture. You can see there's quite a lot there. But yep, nope, that's all going to add to the texture. We're going to turn this upside down and start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. So this is the first layer of the spackle, and now I'm just taking my finger, I took my glove off, and I'm just going in and smoothing out some of these little bumps to make it a slightly smoother texture. So this is my second process, and then I'm going to re-evaluate what it looks like once it's completely dry, and then I might go in with a second layer of spackle. So let me spin this around so you can see this is the first layer. I'm actually liking this texture, to be quite honest, but I think I just want to add a bit more. Okay, I just gave this a second going over, and you can see maybe the ridges are slightly more pronounced. This is what it looks like from a distance. Let me spin it. There we go. Okay, this is going to take quite a while to dry now because some of those areas are actually quite thick. So probably this evening I can jump back on this and start giving this a couple of coats of paint. Okay, so this is almost getting dry. Now what I want to do is just take my hand and just rub it over and see like these little bits here. I don't know if I can zoom in, but if I rub my finger across those, they're just coming off. So I don't want to smooth everything out. I just want to get the loose little pieces off. So that's what I'm going to do next before I paint it. This is the first color I'm going to use. It's called Parchment, and there we go. It's a nice like concrete-y color. Excuse the dish. And that's the color. Okay, so now I want to show you I've got the teeniest bit of dark brown paint, and I've got some water in my bowl over here, and I'm mixing the teeniest, tiniest bit of paint. And as you can see, I'm just putting it on, it's just randomly, just to add a little bit of dimension. And I can go darker if I want to. Okay, so let me just go on and add some of this paint. So I have a very little bit, you can see there's barely any paint on here. And I'm literally just brushing over, and it's catching the top parts of the texture. Okay, this next project I bought from the thrift store, it was $10. It's quite a hefty sized lamp, table lamp. I plan on keeping this. At first I thought it was wood, but when I further investigated, I turned it over and there is some missing felt. Let's see if I can turn it over. And you can see in there, it's actually resin. So I might just scuff up slightly with some sandpaper, and then we're gonna paint this. I actually kind of like the way this is coming up. I'm going to continue sandpapering this and see what we're left with. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little update. So this is the before and this is what it's looking like now. I am loving this. I'm thinking that I might just sand this and not even touch it because I really like the color of that. Yep, all right, I'll show you an update as I move on. And I did want to show you how I'm getting into all these little pieces. I literally have just torn off this little piece of sandpaper and I'm folding it over and I'm just getting into these creases just like this. This is the finished look. I'm really, really happy with it. So I am not painting this. I like just the way it is. Now I just need to find a lampshade. So I'll show you the finished product in a minute. This is the next project. I picked this up from a thrift store. It was $6. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. And I'm going to try and recreate this. Now I went to Home Depot and I bought this. It's champagne bronze. I kind of like this color versus the bronze. So I think what I'm going to do first is spray the entire thing. And then if I don't like it all sprayed bronze, I'm then going to go in and just paint all the wood black. But let's see what it looks like all bronze. First of all, I need to give it a clean and a bit of a sand. Okay, so I got a little carried away and I started doing this project before I hit record. So let me show you. I have sprayed it all over, but there's a couple of little places where this spray didn't take. So I'm gonna go in with a second spray. All right, so the tray is all sprayed now. So I have my leather here. The leather cost, it was $10.99. I'll show you the size in a second. Actually, does it say? No, it doesn't say. So this was $10.99, and all we're gonna do is cover these handle pieces right here. Okay, I'm going to try and use some of this glue. Hopefully this will work. So I'm just going to cover all the leather. Okay, so the seam is right here at the moment. So I'm just going to turn it around and let that sit for a while. And hopefully that will do the trick. And then I can just pull the masking tape off afterwards. Okay, I'm going to do the other one now.